Okay, so I went into uh, talking about the fiscal cliff and talking about the false flag operations that the United States government is doing to pass legislation, and a few things to let you know that these days are evil, and it's gonna be more things happening, in the world to come before the Lord comes back. Lots of signs and stuff. And like I said, the Lord let us know, Yahweh Shai let us know what to look out for, what signs and things, um, to let us know when was going to be his second coming, all right, his second advent. So now, the 12 disciples, they wanted to know. They gave up everything, and they followed the Lord everywhere he went. And they wanted to know, look, when is it going to be the end of the world, And pretty much what world they were talking about, it was talking about the Edomite world, all right, the so-called white man's world back then, which is the Roman Empire, because that was the empire they were living in, all right. It was the Romans that were ruling back then, and they wanted to know, look, when was going to be the end of that rulership. They knew about the prophecies in Daniel. Daniel's the second chapter. Daniel's the seventh chapter. The all the different nations ruling. And the vision that the Most High gave unto um, Nebuchadnezzar. The so-called Gentile image. The head of gold, and so on and so forth. It kept on diminishing. It went from gold to silver to brass, and to it was uh it was gold, silver, bronze, and then the feet were mixed with iron and clay, which that represents today's the this so-called new Roman Empire today, ruled by America and different European nations, and the iron and clay, it represents their strength, the European Union, part of it is strong, the other part is weak. Germany is the strongest out of them all, and the weak nations would be Greece, Portugal, Italy, and these other nations, that are part of that European Union, that have lost their credit rating, so to speak, financially. So I want to read this. This is the book of Matthew's, okay, the 24th chapter and the first verse. And this is the disciples and what they asked the Lord. All right, and it says, and Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily, verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Now that was talk. He was speaking prophetically to them, letting them know that the time is going to be a time in the future where something's going to happen that's going to totally demolish those stones from being left one upon another. Now he wasn't talking about 70 A.D. Okay, when the Romans came in, Titus and Vespasian, when they came in and sacked Jerusalem. It's not talking about that, because right now you could go to Jerusalem and part of King Solomon's temple's walls are still up, stones upon another. He was talking about that thermonuclear destruction that the prophets before him spoke about. All right, um, Israel being burned with fire, America being burned with fire by way of the thermonuclear missiles, because those missiles, what they do is they will totally obliterate anything that fire touches. All right, turn stones, humongous pieces of stone into ashes or dust. So that's what he was talking about. That's what he was referring to. And he says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world. So they wanted to just like us today. You know, all the brothers down with GMS. You know, um, other sincere camps out there that are not down with GMS but still believe in the word. And they're out there teaching. They want to know when, they want to know when is the actual day that the Lord was gonna come. The end of the world. But that's not was not given to the Lord. There's only one person who knows that day, and that's Yahweh. His Father. All right, but he said, "Look, I'm gonna give you these signs. You're gonna know what time you're living in by these signs." Okay, and he says, "And Yahweh shall answer unto them, take heed that no man deceive you." All right, that's number one because you're gonna have a lot of phonies out there. All right, you got a lot of phonies, tele evangelists, phony Israelites. Comfy. You got General Gehanuts. You got Bubba Lies. You got Nate. You got Nate seven snakes out there deceiving the people. Not teaching the people the name of the Lord, and many others that are gonna rise up. Claiming to be the Lord and all that, man, deceiving many people. Like Jim Jones. You know, and then, he says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many." Right, saying that they're the comforter, they're the anointed one, they're the Messiah, they're the Savior. And you got a lot of simple ass people that will follow these phonies, man, and only to their own destruction. All right. And he said, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Now, people will say, well, war's been happening for many years, and rumors of wars been happening for many years. You know, oh, since I was a baby, I've been hearing people talking about the end of the world, and it hasn't come yet. Yeah, but you know what? It has not come to its climax yet, and these things have not reached their peak yet. All right, you're gonna start hearing more about. You're gonna start hearing more about, great wars like the war that we're heading to now with Iran. Okay, Israel being involved, Israel jump starting it, because the scriptures say that the least of the flock shall draw them out. Draw who out? America out to that great battle. Okay, because this war that's coming, the third world's war, as you see here, is gonna be nuclear. All right, it's gonna start off, regular or whatever. Scud missiles getting shot back and forth. Machine guns firing, tanks firing, and things like that. But at the end, the climax is thermonuclear missiles being shot. Okay, that's how it's gonna end up, and that's how it's gonna bring in the righteous kingdom underneath the one you call Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai, and us, the Hebrew Israelites, his children, ruling under him or with him. Okay. And he said, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." See, so all these war, you heard of World War One, you heard of World War Two, okay, and that's in the scriptures, man. All right, soon World War Three is coming. You see what I'm saying? So, um, it says, "For nation shall," it says, excuse me here, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places." That's also is coming to America, man. All right. Famines. What is famine? The lack of food, the lack of bread. You know, your grocery stores, truckers going on strike. Because of some crisis, maybe the dollar fell so much that the dollar will fall so much that the price for gas is gonna go out the roof.